I thought that this light would be better than the ring light, but I don't know, it's still very glary on my glasses. Plus, it's 7 a.m. when I'm filming this, so that could also have something to do with it. Hey guys, Ginger here. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute. I've said this like the past 3 videos, but it really has been. I have been very busy. I am currently student teaching, so I am doing that Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. And then 4 of those 7 days I am also working, so I have that on my hands. I am volunteering a lot at the cat shelter. I have obviously things at home I need to do, like clean, which I feel like I've very much not been doing really great at, but I'm doing my best. So yeah, it's just been very, very hectic. And last month I think I only read 1 full book. I did start a couple, but yeah, it just was not a great reading month. But I'm really hoping that October changes things. I have a lot of books I really want to get to. It's mostly just going to be time, though, that allows me to pick up these books. But we're going to try my best and get a lot of books read, because I have a lot on my TBR that I have been waiting for this month to get to. So without further ado, let's get into talking about my October reading plans. I'm going to start with my arcs because they are probably the ones that don't fit in with the theme the most, and obviously I have to read them because they're arcs. And I have 3 of them that I really need to get to this month. So the first one I've actually already started, and I meant to finish it in September, but then I participated in the Buzzwordathon, which went okay, and so I put this off, and so I need to finish it. It came out in September, the last couple days of September, so I'm not super far behind, but a little far behind. And so that is Nicholas Sparks' new book, The Return. And so I honestly don't know why I requested this. I am not normally someone who is into romance, and I'm very picky with my Nicholas Sparks books, but so far it's really not bad. There are some things in it that I am a little annoyed with, but Nicholas Sparks has a really smooth flowing writing style, so that really is helping me get through this quickly. And I always like the atmosphere of the North Carolina aspect, and it's really interesting because my aunt actually lives in the same city that this book takes place in. And my cousin actually knows Nicholas Sparks' son, so that's interesting, yeah. I do own, I think, 2 Nicholas Sparks books, The Notebook and A Walk to Remember, because I really enjoyed those ones. But I wanted to, I guess, give this one a try and see what I think about it. And I am, already 110 pages in, so I am going to try to get this one done first since it already came out, and just finish what I haven't read yet. Hopefully today at work, actually, I can just get through this and have it done. The next arc I have here comes out in October, so perfect time to read it. Actually, it comes out in 4 days, so maybe I should prioritize this one too. But that is A Brotherhood Betrayed, The Man Behind the Rise and Fall of Murder, Inc. by Michael Cannell. And this is a not true crime, but it does talk about the mafia and that kind of stuff. And when I requested this one, I had just got done playing Mafia 2 on the Xbox, so I was really in the mood for that stuff. It has now been 5 months, and I have been putting this off, but I do need to get to it, and I'm hopefully going to still be excited. I think even though this isn't spooky per se, there are going to be some interesting murders in here. It is called Murder Inc., so and maybe that'll be a nice little book. So I do need to get on this book and read it, since it comes out on the 6th, and this is the 3rd. And then the last arc I need to get to, it comes out in November, so I have a little more time to get to it, but that is We Keep the Dead Close, and this one is a true crime. It is about a murder at Harvard and a half-century of silence, so this one is actually very heavy and thick. Well, it's actually only 300 pages, but it just feels very heavy, So I requested this one because it just seems very interesting. I really like true crime, or the idea of true crime, and so I think that's what this is going to be. And I'm hoping that this isn't a dry one, that it has a lot of interesting things, especially because the college aspect. I'm a college student right now, not for much longer, but right now I am. And so I'm hoping that this is interesting. That's why I requested it, and so I am going to try my best to get to this once it comes out in November. Okay, so those are my arcs. Now we can get into the more spooky fall time reads that I'm really excited to get to. A lot of these I've actually had for like 3 years now with the intention of reading them in October, and I have not. So for some of these, this is like my last chance to read them in October, or else I need to just read them or get rid of them, right? Because I keep putting them off. So let's start with the ones I've already started, okay? The first one I have here is Night Film by Marisha Pessl, and I started this one for the Buzzwordathon. I am only about 60 pages in, but since I started it, and it is like a murder mystery thriller, I think I want to continue it this month and just get it done, because I already started it, so it makes sense. I just kind of ran out of time for the Buzzwordathon, and with school and everything going on, it didn't work out, but I do want to continue this. I really do like the format. There's a lot of mixed media in here. I think that is interesting. Our main character he seems like he's giving off unreliable vibes, so I'm very interested to see how that works into things. But this is about the murder of a famous director's daughter, or murder / death. We don't know what it is, and so I'm not very far into it, but it just sounds interesting. I'm excited. I know a lot of people love this book, so I'm going to continue reading Night Film. And I also started Night Shift by Stephen King. So this is a collection of short stories, and they're very spooky and atmospheric, perfect for October. And I think having like a short story collection is going to be very helpful, because if I don't feel like I have a lot of time, I can just pick up this, read a short story, and be like, I read something today. That's at least what I'm hoping to accomplish with this. I am 50-ish pages in, actually 75, wow. And I am slowly rating the short stories and if I like them or not. There's a lot of very interesting ones so far, so I'm very excited. Stephen King, obviously, I really like his writing. I have tons of his books, so this one is going to be really fun. And then we have some like horror books here I'm very excited about. Again, most of these I've had for a while. Actually, no, half of them I've had for a while. 2 of them are more recent, like this year purchases. So, I mean, that's kind of good. I'm going to try to get to the ones that I've had longer, of course. So the first one I have here is Haunted by Chuck Palahniuk, who also wrote Fight Club. I'm pretty sure this is also a short story collection. Actually, let me check. Oh, no. I'm incorrect. It's a novel. Actually, it says a novel right there. I'm just dumb. Oh, no, it is short stories. It says on the back, 23 horrifying, hilarious, and stomach-churning stories. Okay, so more short stories. Again, once I finish Night Shift, I can just use this as my short story collection, right? It's supposed to be scary or something, so that's why I've been saving it. Like this cover reminds me of like a ghost or something. So, yeah, this will be good, short stories, because I should have time to read those, or at least I hope so. And I've had this one for 3 years. I've been meaning to read it every October, and I have not. So we're gonna make it happen. At least one of these old books is gonna happen this month. I'm hoping it's Haunted, because that one should be doable. The other one I've had for a while is the most intimidating on this month's TBR, and I really do want to read it because, like, it's supposed to be Stephen King-ish. It's reminiscent of The Stand, which is one of my favorite books, and so that's why I had bought it, but it is a 800-page novel. So that is Carrie & Comfort by Dan Simmons. So this is a epic horror, and it's supposed to be like, if you Google like horror books, this one comes up, and that's why I got it, because I remember I was on a very I wanted to read a lot of horror, and so this was one that I found that I wanted to read. And this is just a very chunky boy, and I really do want to get to it because I keep putting it off, mostly because of the size and also because it's a horror book. I've been wanting to read it atmospherically in October, but I really should get to it or else unhaul it probably, because if I don't read it now, when am I going to read it? Like next October? I don't know. So I really do want to get to this. It's just very intimidating because it's so big. But maybe I'll do like a weekend reading vlog and just get it all done. You know, that could be fun, right? That could be fun. We'll see. We'll see. But Carrie & Comfort on my TBR. Next, I have Interview with the Vampire by Alice Rice. Not Alice, Anne Rice, my bad. And I picked this one up at the thrift store. I was so excited because I have been really interested in reading this, but I could not find like a copy cheap or like, I didn't feel like I wanted to buy it because, like, I wanted to read it, but I wasn't sure how badly I wanted to read it. And then I found it for $1 at the thrift store, so I picked it up. And so I'm very excited. I've, like I said, been really interested in this, like, classic horror vampire book. And so I am just really looking forward to reading this. And it's not very long. It's like 340 pages, which is pretty doable, especially because it's a little, like, mass market. And so I'm very excited. I think a classic vampire story is going to be just what I want and need for this spooky time. So hopefully we can also get to this. And then I have The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. This was actually, I was meant to read this for a book club last month. No, the month before in August, and I didn't. Whoops. So I have it now, and I wanted to read it. That way I know if I like it or not. And so this is the show cover, which I have not seen the show, but this is a little short one, about 200 pages. So this one would be like good for an evening or maybe a time at work. I could probably breeze right through it. I just actually need to get to it. My bad. Sorry, Spooky Book Club. But yeah, so I have this one now on my TBR, so I'm adding it to the pile because it's spooky, and that's what this time is for. It's for spooky things and fall things. And so I have, I think, 2 more books on my TBR, but they are ebooks because me has been doing the thing of buying ebook deals for books that I want to read because it saves money and it saves space. If you didn't know, I live in a very small little place and my bookshelves take up a lot of our office. And so, like, I don't even have a place to do my art or my Etsy shop stuff except the floor because of my books. So I have been trying to not buy as many physical books because they do take up a lot of space. Although I love them, but if I love an ebook, I can just, you know, buy it for myself if I really love it. But this way I'm saving money and space until I know that. Because a lot of times if I don't like a book that I have on my shelf, I just get rid of it anyway. That's kind of how I manage my space and stuff. So anyway, that's me rambling. But I have 2 books that I would like to get to on my phone because I don't have a Kindle. And so the first one is Practical Magic by Alice Hoffman. I know this one's like a very classic movie for spooky time, Halloween time. And so the book was an e-deal for like $1.99, and I picked it up because I have been interested in reading the book. And so I think this one's more like a fall feeling instead of a spooky feeling. I know it does deal with like witches, but I don't think it's like horror. But I do know that a lot of people like the movie. I've never seen the movie, so I picked up the book and I really want to get to it. I do have the sequel or prequel to that. I think it's the sequel, which is Rules of Magic, and I probably won't get to that in October, but if I do read Practical Magic this month, I am going to put it on my November TBR because it just makes sense in my opinion. And then the other one that I would really like to get to is Find Me by Anne Fraser. Yes. That was the Spooky Book Club pick for September, and again, did not get to it, unfortunately, because I just have not been reading. That's, you know, I'm not trying to shame myself because I think we all need breaks. I think 2020 has been a rough year, and so I'm not going to shame myself for not reading a ton because, hey, self-care, right? Like, if I don't want to read, I'm not going to make myself read. But I do have this book as well as The Haunting of Hill House, so I do want to get to them, especially because they are like spooky, atmospheric for this time, right? So it is about a serial killer, I'm pretty sure, and someone like trying to solve the mystery of the serial killer, or it's like in this perspective of the serial killer, like akin to Dexter. Not too sure yet, but I do have the ebook, like I said, and so I'm very excited to figure that out. I have a lot of books that I'm eventually going to get to, but I think that's like 11 books that I have for October, and I read 1 in September, so very ambitious. Possibly can do it. I'm shooting for at least like 4 or 5 books in October. I think that is a good easing my way back into reading number, but I do have like all of those on my TBR. If I get a urge to read, I have them, right? So let me like get all these books from my pile, right? So I can do this thumbnail thing. Throwing books around, guys. This is not gonna go well. I can tell you that right now. This is not gonna go well. Alright, thumbnail time! These are all gonna fall on me. Okay, I don't want those to fall. So that is my October reading plans, and we will see how many I get to. Let me know in the comments what you are planning to read in October, if you're also reading some spooky atmospheric books, if you're participating in any readathons, any kind of stuff. Let's just chat in the comments, okay? And so thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you did, I know I've been absent, but having you all here to watch my videos is great, and this is just a hobby. So, you know, if you come on to my corner of the internet and you watch my video, I thank you, because it makes me happy to share my love of books and my personality with you guys. So thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!